Have you ever wondered how hackers can steal data from a database without knowing the password? The answer is often a vulnerability called SQL injection. In this video, I'll show you what SQL injection is, how it happens in ExpressJS and MySQL, and most importantly, how to prevent it. Let's get started. What is SQL injection? SQL injection happens when a user can inject SQL code into your database query. Imagine you have a login form with email and password. The user enters value and your server checks them against the database. A normal query might look like this, where we are comparing the value directly in the query. Everything looks fine. But what if a hacker enters something malicious? If your application directly insert users' input into the SQL query, the attackers can completely change the query. That is SQL injection. Express example. Let's look at this dangerous Express login route. Here we are taking the email and password from the request body, and then we are getting the data by the query select star from users, where email equals to the email value from the request body and password equals to password value from the request body. And then we are getting the rows using db.query, and we are returning the result. If we got the result, then login success. At first, at a glance, this looks okay, but there is a huge security problem. The user's input is directly inserted into the SQL query. How hackers exploit it? Suppose the attackers enter email admin@gmail.com, which is present in our database, but in the password it enters this value, where the query becomes like this. Did you notice something? The condition 1 equals to 1 is always true. So the database may return a valid user. The attacker logs in without knowing the password. That's scary, and that's only the beginning. In several cases, attackers can read user data, steal passwords, delete tables, modify records, access sensitive information. The correct solution is simple. Use prepared statement. Instead of building SQL manually, use placeholders. Let's look at the correct code now. So we are not going to directly use the value inside the query. Instead, we use placeholder, and we add the placeholder value when executing the query. Now MySQL treats the value as data, not SQL command. Even if an attacker sends 1 equals to 1, it is treated as plain text. The query structure never changes. This completely blocks SQL injection attack. So never place the value directly inside the query again. Always use placeholder with prepare statement.